Hello everybody, my name is Maddie. You've probably never seen me before, but that's alright, and I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh hey, this is old news. She just wants fame. She's just like, why is she even making this video? But depending on the time I'm posting this, and if you've read the title, perhaps Tana has already had another scandal. I don't know. But I do know I just had like a lot of opinions on her whole like situations, and it's really like interesting to like see how everything plays out, which sounds kind of bad because we're talking about an actual person here, but I just want to have like a chill conversation on my opinions on everything that has happened up to this point and just like see what you think of it, I guess. So yeah, so a little background to like how I found her channel is I did have this one issue that I was like searching up like videos about it, and that's how I found one of her videos. I might like make a whole entire video about that myself, but like, yeah. So I found her around 2015, and like, I've watched her grow throughout like all of this time, and like, I don't really watch her much anymore, not just because of the scandals, but more so because like, I like watching stories, I like watching story times and that kind of thing, and like, she did have a lot of those, and like, even like then, like, I was so busy that like, I couldn't watch them and that kind of thing. So now to start this off, again, I don't really hate her. I don't really hate any person online except for maybe like Social Repose, Nissan, and okay, I hate a few people, okay, but that's besides the point. So basically, I remember watching a lot of videos where she was like, oh hey, I want to be a real YouTuber. I want to like be real with you guys. I never lie. I never have like oversaturated anything. And it's funny how like now, like she definitely over exaggerates. Like if anything, like even if you like stand her, you have to agree that she definitely over exaggerates. I mean, she made an entire video on like a bag, and it was like what, 30 minutes long maybe? Yeah. So with that, I also want to talk about like how like her brain, because like people's brain processing is really important, and I'm really interested in like how their brains, like why people do what they do, like psychology of it all. So I really like that portion, so I kind of want to talk about that too, because like, she said herself, she's been through a lot of stuff. I mean, believe what you want, but like there's been her parents, her best friend has passed away, I believe. There's the whole stalker thing, and that has a lot to do on a person's brain and stuff, and I think that kind of made her like feel like feeling of a foreshortened future. Yeah, I feel like she's had a lot of that, and because of all the bad stuff that happened to her, I have this idea that like when bad stuff happens to people, they either like regress or they like progress, I guess to say. Like you either feel like older and you like mature faster, or you like go back to like the thinking you had when you were a kid and that kind of thing. That's what I think personally. I don't know, I think she's had a lot of the regressing type of stuff. Like she said it herself, a bunch of people have said it for themselves. She's very, very, very irresponsible. What is my throat doing now? She's very, very irresponsible, and I think that partially like why she does all this stuff is because like her past has driven her to do a bunch of like wild stuff, because she feels like, oh, she's gonna die the next day anyway, like all these bad stuff are happening to me, why not like do some stuff of my own? And I think that's probably the core of what a lot of people do, like, oh, this bad thing happened to me, now I'm gonna do this bad thing to you and stuff. Although she says that she's like, or have said that she doesn't really lie, like I don't know what to believe everybody when they say like she's lying or when she says she's not lying. It's really hard to believe that in some instances, and in some when they actually have proof. You have to agree that Tana has messed up and that kind of thing. She's made so many apology videos, and it's funny now because I feel like her older videos lately have been like more mature in her apologies than like her recent ones, if that makes any sense. Which is, I don't know what to think of that. That's like kind of why I like want to talk to who's reviewing, to be like, what do you think on this subject and stuff, and like hear your opinion too. And now with that, like she's messed up a ton. Like with TanaCon, I definitely believe that a lot of it was on the people she was trusting with it, but like, I just recently watched a video, she got evicted. She trusted them too, so I think like she still has to learn fully that people who to trust and stuff, because there's still definitely some blame on her, even if like it wasn't all her. Honestly, I don't know what to say about the whole Bella Thorne and Mac Miller and like the people she's been dating lately. I don't know what's going on there. Like, there's never been any mention of her with Mac, which is not to say that they haven't talked at least, but it's like, why would you not like talk about it? I don't know. It's really a weird situation that I have absolutely no idea what the heck happened. And I think a lot of times, like, because of all the stuff that's happened to her, like, she just thinks, like she said before, like, this could only happen to me. Like, she just thinks bad things are happening to her. So I think because of this, she can't see when she's the one who's actually messing up. You know, in a lot of recent videos, actually, she said, like, oh, I've grown so much because of this. I've, like, matured. Like, I've learned how to, like, deal with stuff. And, you know, thinking about, like, if I was in her place and so many bad stuff had happened to me, like, that has happened to her, I don't know what I would have done. I would have, like, lost it, you know? And it's really hard because we're not her. We don't know who, like, what she's feeling, what she's living, and we can't tell, like, how, like, if she's lying or not in some instances. Like I said, not all of them. So to have somebody that young to have so much hate poured on her every day, like, look at her old videos, everybody's like, oh, hey, like, I love you, blah, 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 blah. And now, like, it's, like, hate everywhere. And while, like, I think critiquing somebody is really important, but I also think, like, there's a right way to do it. And obviously people all along the internet, they don't care. They're just like, oh, hey, like, you lied, stupid bitch, like, whatever. Like, obviously not everybody is going to be like, oh, hey, I'm going to do a thoughtful critique on this person, like, today, like, that's going to be fun. But it'd be nice if we could, because, like, you know, hate's not going to do anything. Like, if you tell somebody they're stupid, how are they going to change, you know? So I think that's something to keep in mind, is that, like, while she says she's grown a lot, I think the real test of whether she has actually grown from all her first scandals is going to be if, like, how she handles the next one. Like, you know, there's been some instances where people have definitely been on her side in, like, recent times, like with when her friend, I think it was Zach, got beaten up. Yeah, I've noticed a lot of people have been like, oh, hey, like, yeah, like, that's good, you know, like, thank you for standing up for your friend. And while I think that Tana can be a really good friend and she's, like, can be really caring, from at least from what I see, I also think she has a tendency to, like not think, like she said herself, she's impulsive. She wants to, like, learn from experiencing, which is not always a good thing when you're experiencing the same types of stuff over and over and you don't seem to be learning. So hopefully, like, she can just go, like, a little bit of, like, chilling out, maybe take a break from YouTube and, like, learn from what's happening and, like, reflect on it, you know? And actually, like, her Tumblr seems really deep. Like, I've said that once before. Like, her Tumblr is, like, she seems, like, really deep and, like, somewhat wise. And I don't know if that's a front, I don't know if, like, whatever, but you've got to keep in mind, like, while she's done a lot of really, really bad things, like, we can't, like, overblown. Some things are just, like, not even a thing. That makes no sense, but, you know. Like, she graduated early, I believe, with honors because she did online school. Like, I don't think she's entirely a bad person. Like she said, I think her intentions are good in most parts, but I think she, like, just falls apart when she, like, she said herself, she's, like, a petty ass bitch, you know? So I think that stuff gets in the way of, like, what she might want to do, you know? At least for me, I think that's what's going on. Like, I want to believe that she's a good person. I want to believe that she doesn't want to, like, do, like, bad stuff to her fans or anything from, like, her, like, earlier videos. And I think that's a good thing to look back on. Is like, okay, early videos, that's who you were before fame. That's, like, kind of to judge, like, from how she is now, I guess, to, like, okay, so she's probably not lying if that's, like, her first video, you know? Because, like, it's before fame. So, like, if you want to get more fame, like, you might lie to get to more fame. But, like, her early videos, she might not be thinking of that kind of thing at that point. But I also think it's important that, like, everybody's gonna grow, everybody's gonna change, and that, like, recently in the last, like, year or two, I feel like it's kind of gone downhill for her. Like, a lot of bad things have happened. She's, like, made a lot of wrong moves, but, like, hopefully we can only hope that it makes her, like, to be a better person and to, like, want to be a better person. And I guess that's how I want to end this video off on. Thank you for watching. If you want to watch more, like, check out my videos, I guess. I don't know, I'm awkward, it's fine, whatever. So thank you for watching, and see you later. Bye. You know, the feeling of what?